Yeah, it's a bit close, isn't it?
Yeah, very.
Yeah, Jules was like, if you get stuck out
she's. I bet she is like just looking at you, going, "You'll be back on the 23rd."
I don't think it's fully sunk in yet, and it's getting quite. And we do love the last week, so I think my timings might have been a little bit off. I should have done it early Jan, but there you go.
So have you done Christmas presents?
I have done all my.
Santa
No, I've done. Well, Santa, I think, is going according to plan.
Okay,
He's a good old boy.
All right.
But me myself, I have actually bought all the presents I needed to do.
Wow, your assistant has bought all the presents that you about. That is brilliant.
Yeah, that's sort of pretty true. But but a lot of thought went into it, Chris.
Oh, listen,
It's all the details.
I'm the same. You've met Abby. I am the same. She did a great job yesterday wrapping.
Abby decorates Chris's Christmas
Apparently.
tree.
Oh, really?
No, she put the lights on this year. Tiff put the baubles on. New ones, of course. Last year's were out of date. What's that all about? Huh? What do you think I'm made of money? But anyway.
What colour did you go? I went for coloured lights this year. We changed it up in the Oliver household.
Love that.
Yeah.
No, just white lights.
White, you went white?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she got rid of my Star Wars baubles.
Oh, really?
She thinks I don't notice these things. I'm
Oh,
telling
mate.
you. Star Wars baubles, they're cool as well.
Did you hear my secret Star Wars news?
No.
Are you going to be in the next one?
Doom, doom, doom. I haven't told anyone, but just don't tell anyone, right? Just don't tell anyone
don't
the
tell-
biggest secret of my life.
Don't tell me you're going to be in.
Boom. All I'm going to say...
Don't tell me you're in it.
Okay. Doom, doom, doom,
Don't tell me you're in it. Get lost.
And also, what's even better, right? Because, 20 years in the business.
Man and boy.
There's no cut in my scene. I'm in, and I'm a colour size.
What, they
So
can't
when you-
edit you out?
No, it's impossible. Unless they paint me out, which is
Now,
possible.
Will you be wearing some kind of helmet so we won't be able to see it's you?
Yeah, of course.
Right.
I'm professional. You don't want to see Jamie Oliver, running through like a set of Star Wars with a turkey
don't know.
Twizzler around and
I
around.
don't-
What is this? It's a turkey Twizzler.
On a scale of from 1 to 10, how jealous are you now?
No, Jamie. I'm jealous of Jamie all the time. His life's amazing. Apart from his hours, which are too much. He's out. He works.
Do you know what I
much.
can do to make you feel better about life in general? Then
Not blame me out when we're saying
well,
we're going to go for a drink on Wednesday night, and you go, "Oh, don't tell me, I got me somewhere else."
No, I didn't blow you out. I gave.
did?
You gave me like a top.
And I made a video especially for you,
And it was a
inviting
very
you
good
out.
video. But like, if it was top trumps, you gave me like an Escort XR3i, and I gave you a Cosworth. I said, dude, I'm tied into a Scotch Whisky Society tasting.
Yeah.
Come in, the top guys in, and we got single barrels of stuff that just makes the world go round. And you went, I don't do whiskey.
Don't like
I only do
whiskey.
cider and beer. So I think your viewers will be like, well, Jamie's counter offer was pretty Cosworth.
Well, yeah. All right.
He's over it.
No, what I can do is I have from a couple of years ago I bought a Program 1 original set of uniform of a Star Wars outfit, the real one. So if you want to borrow it,
I've got one.
have you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I've got one now.
So we could have gone out for a whiskey
We totally could one day.
as
dress
troopers.
up. Although, as you know, it's a nightmare to put on that.
It is. It's a two-man job, but we could do
It
each
really
other.
is. Well, that would be the dream come true, Jamie. Excuse me.
I'm really impressed you're going. So you were up at like 2:30 this morning, and you were here.
Yeah.
That's professional.
Yeah, and it was a free.
I reckon there's quite a few people listening to the show that are in the same boat as you, though, because it is that time of year, isn't it?
I swear to God, honestly, I think if we went around the building now, we'd find at least 4 or 5 people asleep in little corners and under desks and stuff. I think it's one of those.
What's the score today then? Is it what we do every year, which is sort of like go to your people?
Yeah, lots of questions.
Nice.
Fight is firing at you.
You got a game show going as well, haven't you?
In what?
To win $5,000 in cash by 5 o'clock this afternoon. I hear.
Yeah.
I like that. That's quite tempting, isn't it?
Well, if you want to text in, you can, but I can't help you.
No.
The
Well, I know the
question's
answer.
about you.
I know the answer.
All right, so Jamie is here. If you have a question, text it in now, 83936, and it can be as silly or as frivolous as you like, but I want genuine questions. So if you go, I know this is a bit stupid, but right, can you make mince pies? Or if it can be really detailed.
I've got you
that's
some mince
fine.
pies, by the way.
Oh,
It's not bacon.
no,
I should have put bacon in my
I love a
mince
mince
pie.
pie. I do like a mince pie.
Okay. Well, we're handmade.
I love that.
Give them
Thanks,
to your
Jamie.
better.
Oh,
better
great.
half.
Thank you.
But
Now,
she wants a A muck something, I think.
Yeah, she wants a muck pie.
This is better.
Can I start the questions off?
Please do. I'm here for you.
My friend Rob. So you know Abby, who works with me.
Yes.
Her fella Rob.
Yeah.
He's currently in Bat Out of Hell in London's West End.
Yes.
Tickets still available. In fact, I believe next Friday he will be on as Falco. Anyway.
But I didn't Amadeus.
No, there's a character in it called Falco.
Oh,
but yeah,
I was
you're
getting
right.
quite excited. Remember that song?
I love that song.
Amadeus.
Falco.
Amadeus. Go on.
I am looking for the world's easiest slow cooker recipe.
Right.
I want one where there is zero prep. Just throw a load of stuff in and leave it all day on low, but still be nice and impressive for the family. Or am I being naive and thinking that this is possible? Lots of festive love. Rob Copeland off of Bat Out of Hell.
Okay. Well, look, this answer can give you is a good principle and basis for your own imagination and ability to be bothered. But sometimes the trying hard can be too much. Sometimes the most important ingredient is restraint, what not to do. So to give you an example, do you remember when you used to go to like, sort of dodgy old sort of cafes and have like a soup and it would be in sort of like a mock cauldron and you'd help yourself soup and get your bread and all that. So those kind of like soup heaters, and let's just call it a slow cooker, same thing really, they're amazing, and time is a gift. So with those, most of the meat that comes off of animals is the prime cuts. They cook quickly, they're tender when cooked quickly. 3/4 of the rest of the beast is tough. What does that mean? It means it's worked hard. So it has collagen, it has sinew, which can be seen as a negative, but time and slow cooking gives you that negative transfers into a positive. So I once, many times, you take something like a shin of beef, which is the ankle, or you take the shoulder of lamb, or any cut that is whole, on the bone and tough. Simply put that into a slow cooker with just salt and pepper and a lid, and see what happens after 6 or 7 hours. Because it will cook tenderly, it will be so honest and simple and delicious. And of course, the only proviso is just don't buy cheap meat, which is an obsession. Much better these days to have less meat and better quality,
right?
And support better husbandry and better breeds. And what you'll get just from a pinch of salt and pepper and an amazing like shoulder of lamb is just the most honest deliciousness. It will probably go a little crispy around the outside and incredibly moist on the inside. Now,
that's how I feel right now, by the way.
Bless you. From that, you can add whatever you want. If you wanted to put a little herb, you could. If you wanted to put like some root veg, you could. If you wanted to sort of choose aspice, you could. If you wanted to take it to India or take it to, I don't know, a handful of little things, just kind of skew it.
Exactly.
But basically, all he has to do is put something on the bone with a pinch of salt and go gentle, long, and he'll get deliciousness.
That's how I like to do it. I go gentle, long. Thanks.
Yes, I'm sure you do.
So there you go, Rob. I hope you're happy with that. That was James.
Nothing wrong with simple, guys. Nothing wrong with simple.
Let me take... I know, that's why we've got James working on the show. Let me take a break. We'll do the news, and then we'll come straight after the news. We'll
who's
throw
doing
some
news?
questions.
Where's Dom?
Dom's not in. He's ill. He's sick. So I think John's doing it this morning.
Like real sick, or like last night?
No, sick. Oh, no, he wasn't there last night. He was sick. Can you believe it? Although, Lindsay Smith-Hume was there last night, even though she's on holiday, still managed to make it to the party. Grr. Anyway, morning, Lindsay. Sure, I'll be awake. We'll be right back. More from Jamie after this.
Radio X. The Chris Moyle Show.
Sponsored by Christmas on Dave. Tune in every night at 9 for a festive message from top comedians.
At Green Flag, we think the AA are great. They've won bucketfuls of awards. They'll give you unlimited call-outs when you get in a pickle. Pickle. And they cover 100% of the UK. Very good indeed. So why do we think that is so great? Because Green Flag do all of this too. And we'll have your AA renewal quote. Green Flag. Common sense to the rescue.
There may be a charge for call-outs with the same problem. Savings based on our closest equivalent UK vehicle cover for vehicles 10 years and under. T's and C's apply.
My name's Frank. When I was on the streets, I was cold, lonely and scared. Christmas was the hardest time. I was absolutely by myself. I had nowhere to go. But then I came to Crisis at Christmas. It was awesome. Crisis provided proper food, showers, doctors and advice. It was a real ray of hope and it changed my life. So please reserve a place for someone at Crisis at Christmas for just £28.18. Go to crisis.org.uk and help someone else like me out of homelessness this Christmas. Thanks for listening.
This Christmas, Branston is the difference between a cheese board and a cheese board. Any crumbly cracker will do, and a thick wedge of creamy cheddar is perfectly fine. But the secret to unlocking its full flavour potential is that sweet pillow of Branston chutney. Caramelised onion, orchard fruit or Mediterranean tomato. Please the cheese this Christmas with Branston chutney. Go on, add some to your shopping list now. Bring out the Branston.
Morning.
Hi.
So I should probably brief you on the family. Uncle John will do his awful magic tricks. Oh, my gran will call you by my ex's name.
Okay.
Whatever you do, don't call Cheryl Cheryl. She hates that.
Cheryl.
And watch out for the dog. It loves the leg.
Right.
Some mornings just call for a sausage and egg McMuffin. Breakfast served until 10:30am.
Welcome to Starling Bank. We're the bank of mum and dad, and sons and daughters, and siblings and friends. We're the bank for everyone, really. For current accounts, business accounts, and wouldn't that be nice accounts. We're the bank that's mobile only. We help you manage your money and track your spending. We make IOUs and splitting the bill easy. Set up in minutes from anywhere. Download the free Starling Bank app now to see how easy banking can be. Starling. Banking, but better.
Tomorrow on Christmas Gold. Just when you thought it was safe to go back on a Draper's tour, it's not.
We have a serial killer on our house.
I'm sure it'll be fine. It's not like it's life or death, is it?
Johnny Vegas.
I wanted this amount of bloodshed on my holidays. I'd have booked an all-inclusive to Malaga.
Sean Gibson.
Well, this is exciting. In a slightly menacing sort of way.
Set sail on a whodunit on the high seas.
Do you ever get the feeling we should have just flown?
A one-off special Death on the Tyne tomorrow at 9 on the Christmas Gold TV channel. Available on Sky, Virgin and BT.
News update next.
Take a fresh look at Homebase. Give yourself an early present and freshen up the heart of the home with our fantastic kitchen deals. We've got all 22 ranges of Homebase kitchen doors now half price. If you buy a kitchen before the 16th of December, we'll give you a further 10% off the entire kitchen and appliances. And you can also enjoy an additional 10% off any of our range of Hotpoint or Indesit appliances. Hurry, don't miss out. Make your house a home this Christmas at Homebase. Excludes clearance and closure stores.
On your radio, on your phone, and here.
Play Radio X.
This is Radio X News.
Right, Friday, 14th December. Questions to Mr. Jamie Oliver in a bit after the news with John. It's just after 7 o'clock.
From Global's newsroom, Chelsea are promising to take action after a group of fans were heard singing an anti-Semitic chant during their Europa League match in Hungary last night. They say they've shamed the club. It comes days after 4 fans were suspended over video appearing to show supporters directing racist abuse at Raheem Sterling. Boss Maurizio Sarri says he wasn't aware of the chanting.
I didn't hear anything. I am not able to understand a song in English. I am sorry.
In other news this morning, the man suspected of being behind Tuesday's Christmas market gun attack in Strasbourg has been shot dead by police. 29-year-old Sharif Shakat went on the run after 3 people were killed and 13 were injured. EU leaders have refused Theresa May's request for assurances that the controversial Northern Ireland backstop would only be temporary following Brexit. At a summit in Brussels, the Prime Minister had asked for a guarantee to be written into the withdrawal agreement to allay concerns of MPs. Police are investigating a break-in at Sir Paul McCartney's home in London. So far, no one's been arrested after thieves targeted his house in St John's Wood last Friday. It's not clear if he was in at the time. And police in New Jersey say $6,000 has been returned after scores of bills blew across a highway during the morning rush hour. Drivers jumped out of their cars to pick up the notes, which were sent flying when an armoured truck's doors malfunctioned. Police aren't sure how much money fell out and how much is still unaccounted for.
Sport.
With Selco Builders Warehouse, it's where the trade go.
Chelsea drew 2-2 against Vidi in that Europa League match last night that was marred by anti-Semitic chanting. Arsenal won 1-0 at home to Karabakh and are now unbeaten in 22 games. Celtic are into the last 32 despite a 2-1 defeat to RB Salzburg. It looked like they were going out, but Rosenborg scored a late equaliser against RB Leipzig. Rangers have been eliminated after a 1-0 defeat at Rapid Vienna.
Weather.
Cold, dry and sunny for many areas. Cloudy in the west with some rain for Northern Ireland and Western Scotland. A high of 7 degrees. From Global's newsroom for Radio X, I'm John Stratford.
Thank you, John.
This is Radio X.
From Global.
Right, straight in with Mr. Jamie Oliver. Boom, 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 boom. Doon, doon, doon.
I love how technical you are.
Right, everybody buy Jamie's book, which is called Jamie Cooks Italy, From the Heart of the Italian Kitchen. And also, Jamie's Quick and Easy Christmas is on
Channel 4.
Channel 4 on Monday night.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. All right.
And Chris has got a hangover.
I'm reading it. I've got it now.
I know. That's why I'm helping you.
And once again, do yourself a favour. Record it. Record Jamie's Christmas show and watch it back and make notes.
This one's interesting.
And keep it on the planner for next year.
So this wasn't my idea. Channel 4 asked me to do a quick and easy 5-ingredient Christmas. And of course, my reply was, no, you can't do that. It's Christmas. But then when I put my head around it, it's a if you want to keep it really good and really simple this year, it's fantastic.
Okay.
So simple, banging, amazing stuffings, gravies, you name it. Name it.
I like quick and easy stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's the winner at Christmas.
Well, enjoy it. 8 o'clock.
Well, Johnny and Kent text in saying, please can you tell Jamie his 5-ingredients cookbook is a lifesaver. Recently divorced and never cooked before. Cheers, says Johnny and Kent. So there you go.
No, I'm so glad that he thinks it's a lightsaber to go with my new role as.
No, you're not doing. You're not really in a scene.
Okay.
You're not. How would you be in this? Who do you know? You can't.
All I'm going to say is codpiece.
Oh, I know how.
Yeah.
Because you met up with Hamill, didn't you?
Hamill.
Mark Hamill.
No, that he's not even in the new film. So, well, only a little bit.
Oh.
At the very end, or the beginning. I don't know.
Right. Do you know what? I'm in all of them, but you just can't tell it's me because I'm wearing my stuff. Right.
Too.
Ready for some questions?
Yes, please. Go for it, England.
If it's too long or whatever, you can just say pass and move on, but you do know all the answers. Right, here we go. Right, can you ask Jamie Oliver, how can you make sprouts taste nice? I've been trying for 10 years and they still taste rubbish, and that's from Chris.
Bless. Well, there's 2 ways you can go. I quite like Brussels and Hustle, so just put them in your food processor, finely slice them, and literally wok fry them with butter and loads of Worcestershire sauce.
Ooh.
Delicious. Very simple, but very wonderful. This year, in Quick and Easy 5 ingredients, we used chorizo from Spain. You can get it in all the supermarkets.
I like that.
And it's one ingredient. That's what this Quick and Easy is about, is one ingredient or 2 that punches really hard. So chorizo has all the spice, that little piquance. It has garlic. It has this sort of sweet paprika. And that, my friends, with a little rosemary or sage, just fried in a pan, right?
But with sprouts?
Yeah, so you basically just start the story by rendering that chorizo. So think like smoky bacon, but better. A bit of herbage, and then you can put in your Brussels. You can half them, quarter them, leave them whole, and just sort of just keep turning it until it's delicious, tender, season it up to taste. Happy days.
I like that.
So good. But honestly, it's actually the spices. Everyone always says, "Oh, chorizo, that's Spanish." There's nothing British about Britain's Christmas dinner. Mulled wine, nothing to do with Britain. You know, it's all of these spices. Turkey doesn't come from Britain.
No.
It was the goose. So actually, it's a very Christmassy taste. So good luck.
I like it,
dear friends.
Right. Okay. Jamie, can you tell me your top tips for cooking honey roasted parsnips?
Yeah,
from Amy.
The revelation, and it is a big revelation this year, is don't peel the parsnips. Save yourself time and parboil them for just like 5 minutes. Roast them up with a little fat of your choice, salt, pepper. I really like doing it with bay leaves this year.
Baileys?
Not Baileys. No, you're still last night. No, bay leaf, but you could choose rosemary. And then when they're really beautiful and roasted, the skin, by leaving it on, makes it really savoury and really chewy and delicious. But the honey in for the last 3 minutes.
Right.
If you put it in too early, it will just burn.
Last 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Honey.
And vinegar, by the way. A swig of vinegar. Secret ingredient.
Oh.
So honey and vinegar in for the last 3 minutes. Don't peel them.
Don't peel them. You got that? All right, Amy and Wigan.
Right.
It's an amazing difference.
Fran in Chelmsford has a great question, but I kind of think there's an obvious answer to this, but let's see what you say. Jamie, what's the best Christmas breakfast sandwich to make to surprise the wife? Now, I know what you should do, but I'm not saying that on the air. However, is there any particular Christmas Day breakfast? Because you do make Christmas Day breakfast, don't you?
I do, yeah. But I do sort of like, I basically do like 1 cup pancakes with self-raising flour, which is 1 cup of a builder's cup of self-raising flour, milk, 1 of milk and 1 egg, mix it up with a bit of vanilla essence. And then I can do either fluffy pancakes or I can whack it in the waffle machine. Now, if she wants to go sarnie, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I just got no problems at any time of year, even Christmas, with really good smoked bacon, which, by the way, it has to be smoked bacon, otherwise it's not bacon, is it? Or a really good sausage. So, I mean, I love either. I mean,
but pancakes is a good shout. I mean, even though he's talking about a sandwich, but a pancake is a good shout for Christmas Day.
Yeah.
It's a bit different, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Jamie, what flavours work well in sausage rolls? I already make orange and cranberry sausage rolls, but would like to do something different from Zeb in Norwich.
Nice. Well, I think, look, buying all butter puff pastry is really easy. It even comes rolled out these days.
Yeah.
You can get 2 long strips from that. And if you go and either buy really nice sausage meat, or you can take shoulder of pork that you can get your lovely butcher to mince for you. Obviously, you want a nice free-range pig. Season it up, seasoning, salt, pepper, rosemary. And then that idea of, like she does the cranberries, lovely, but it could be dried apple. It could be a little, put a little cider through it and just mix it up. Delicious.
But chili?
Actually, if you want to spice it. I think black pepper's quite nice. But actually, also, you can have some fun with it. Some people like putting bits of black pudding through it just for little surprises.
Oh, I'd like that.
Some people like to go veggie and kind of then have like roasted butternut squash and chestnuts and sage and stuff like that.
No.
Yeah, they're all good though.
I like that though. That's a good idea. Black pudding in a sausage roll.
You can have some fun with it. I mean, I got to say, I quite like the classic just done very well. The one thing I would suggest is make your own. Get the all butter puff pastry. You can even just go and buy really good Cumberland sausages from a good butcher's and sort of layer it yourself. You can embellish it a bit, but I like just doing a giant one, and then when it's cooked, egg wash and a bit of sesame seeds, but put it on a big board with a knife next to it and a pot of English mustard, and let people cut their own portion. That's quite cool.
I want to have Christmas at yours.
Yeah, well, you're always welcome.
Does Jamie have a good hangover cure?
Yes.
Yeah, it depends what type of hangover.
I mean, just mild, fairly mild. But
party hangover.
Yeah, well, I think
Christmas works.
We've already covered bacon sandwiches, sausage sandwiches are always very good. I personally quite like just doing something with eggs and chili sauce. It's nice.
Really?
It's a really good. What I like about, I call it a silky omelette. Big pan, and then you just do beaten egg and a little cheese and a little chili sauce, and then you just fold it up so it almost goes like layers in a sarnie. The great thing about it is it takes 1 minute to do. My favourite classy hangover cure.
Here we go.
Is kedgeree with a pint of Guinness and a shot of port.
What is that?
Kedgeree is an Anglo-Indian rice dish. So it would be like poached egg through rice with like Indian spices and flaked smoked haddock. Chili and people out there will know kedgeree.
I've seen it, but I've never had it.
It's really delicious. But it ain't quick. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, it's a way of massaging a hangover rather than fixing it.
Right.
So, but I'd quite like, that's my posh go-to, with a pint of Guinness. Happy days.
No, you can't, no.
Well, you'd bite the hair of a goose or whatever you call it.
It's the hair of a dog, it's not the hair of a goose.
Okay. That'll do.
Victoria has texted in saying, Chris, I bought a Paul Kelly bird this year after advice from J.O.
Yeah.
What is the benefit of starting the cooking with the bird upside down?
Okay, so
also, will the Facebook bot be back?
The JamieOliver.com Christmas Hub is up and active,
It is up, okay.
and the Facebook chat and the chat bot, which is where you can literally go on my chat bot, whatever meat you got and however big it is, and I'll tell you what temperature and how long to cook it for. It went really well last year. People
really
loved it. Paul Kelly, well, he's interesting because his father kept the original bronze turkey. So this is like the rare breed. So what does that mean? It's like the Ferrari. So it grows slower. So it lays down more fat, more collagen. It's not rushed. It's allowed to sort of display natural behaviour. So you get a fitter bird. It's dry plucked, so you get crispier skin. But the reason it goes upside down first is because the fat deposits are in the base of the carcass. Right. So you start the wrong way round because you finish the right way round. And that way you have rendered fat 360. So start it upside down. And then flip it, and then you've got all the lovely rendered fat to baste the bird. Delicious. And also, because it's lived longer, it's got more, like marbling in a steak.
Yes.
A rare breed, a slower growing bird, will lay down more intramuscular fat. And what that means, other than flavour and juiciness, is that it cooks quicker as well. So it's quite a cool thing. But you've got a Paul Kelly bird this year. Actually, you've got it now because you had to go early. Aren't you cooking it this weekend?
Yeah, because we're having our Moyles family
there you go.
Christmas this weekend.
So you can curate your successes or failures, of course.
Jamie, as well, I won't be going anywhere near it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't. It's just that level of cooking I'm not there yet.
I don't know if I believe that. You're very fastidious about your cooking.
Yeah, but I've not done a roast.
I think your audience would be very, very surprised to see how focused you are at cooking. Like, it's not the Chris Moyles they know.
Tell you what, we did a clear out in the cupboard the other day, and Tiff threw away 2 ramekins. I love my ramekins. I went, what am I going to do? Granted, I haven't cooked or used them for over a year, but when I cook, I put stuff in my ramekins.
See?
She goes, well, you can use it. We got other stuff.
Get prepped.
But I like my ramekins. I do. I cook like a Montelli. Everything has to be out ready. Everything. But I clean as I go. It's very important.
Very clean. I noticed that. Very clean.
Like a messy kitchen.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to find another good question. I'm doing goose for the first time. Have you got any rules to not screw it up? It's expensive, and I could really do with not ruining it.
Yeah.
P.S. It's a frozen Gressingham goose, says Will.
Frozen Gressingham. Okay. Well, freezing's not so bad because it's a look. Goose is the original British Christmas bird,
right?
And the reason they went out of fashion was only and purely because of they can't be intensively reared. So chickens and turkeys can be treated, and intensively reared and knocked out quickly. The goose just won't. They won't put up with it. So a delicious flavour. I cook one every year. It's an incredible bird to have alongside turkey as well. Incredible contrast. It's like a big duck, obviously. 3 hours at about 175 degrees Celsius. I personally rub mine with just a tiny bit of oil and Chinese 5-spice.
I bet you do.
And it's a very Christmassy flavour. I put a clementine up the jacksie,
nice.
along with some rosemary. Don't get jealous.
Sorry.
And that's of the goose, that is.
Of course.
But if she's going to cook a frozen one, then get that out, I would say, at least 24 hours before. And let it thaw slowly and properly in the fridge. And get it out of the fridge at least 2 hours before you cook it.
There you go, Will. I hope you appreciate that. And also the fact that Jamie just called you a she. So there you are.
Oh, she.
Good luck, Will, with your goose. I think that's probably all we've got time for.
Damn.
We wrap up now, and that takes a while.
Now, Jamie's, I will tell you now, Jamie's roast potatoes, the crispiest roast potatoes at Christmas.
Yeah.
Where does that recipe exist? Does it exist on your website? Or
just go to, the website's just full of stuff this year because it's public service, isn't it? YouTube, probably, FoodTube.
But that is... Tiff did them a couple of years ago, and we had roast potatoes outside on I've got like a tiny roof terrace. They were up there. We practiced. She practiced before Christmas. She was so delighted with herself.
Yeah.
She literally just followed your recipe, and she was so delighted.
There's a few little...
the best potatoes I've ever made.
It's the squashing at the last 10 minutes.
The squashing, it makes them crispier.
Yeah, more surface area.
It's more surface area.
I think a roast potato is one of the most luxurious things on the planet.
Is that right?
Well, life without roast potatoes, what would it be?
Nothing.
Thanks for having me. I'm sorry it was so short.
Oh,
I thought I had longer with you, so I could really delve into the inner workings of people's Christmases.
Are you on the telly later?
I think I'm doing Good Morning TV this morning. I think I'm with Phil and Holly.
You
if
won't
she's back.
They don't do Fridays.
Oh.
It'll be Eamon.
I'm with Eamon today.
Or it'll be Marvin from JLS's Missus
Rochelle.
Yeah.
I never know.
I don't know.
Anymore.
I can't actually remember, but I know I'm doing Christmas desserts today.
Oh,
yeah, an array of Christmas.
Who's Ray
desserts.
from Star Wars?
No.
Now, seriously, before you go,
Yes.
you've got 25 seconds before you have to go.
Go on.
You're not really going to be in the next Star Wars film.
Well, we'll see.
Have you done it already?
You'd have to speak to my agent. You'd have to see if I'm telling the truth.
Do you need me to drive you to the set that day?
Which one? The east or the north set?
No, you're not going. You're only going one day. Don't say you've got several days shooting Star Wars. No! I'll go with you. How did you get that? How do you...
to be honest with you,
How do you...
it's not easy to get in that seat.
I got Nick Knowles to #1.
Yeah. You did. I saw that. It was very impressive, by the way.
But I can't get down to the Star Wars set.
I reckon that you might have a phone call today.
We once did something for Disney and they were so pleased. And they said, anytime you want to come down to the set of any of our movies. I went, Star Wars? And their reply was, any movie but Star Wars.
Yeah. I think it's quite oversubscribed. I think Sheeran was around the day before. You know, it's all out there. They know this stuff.
So is everybody basically going down to shoot it
Apart
but
from
me?
you. Yeah.
Right.
So I think there's things you need to do.
You can shove your rest potatoes. Happy Christmas to you.
Happy Christmas to you
have a great,
and all of your listeners.
Great safe trip
I
to
hope
India.
It's the best one for everyone.
I think it's going to be a good one this year for everybody. We all need a good time over Christmas. Love to Jules and your ever-growing family, and have a good one.
Big love, everyone. I hope the hangover works. Goes.
Both. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jamie Oliver.
Radio X. The Chris Moyle Show.
Sponsored by Christmas on Dave. Now with Christmas specials of all your favourite shows.
Winter's coming. Make sure your car's ready with a Ford Winter Check for just £29. Plus, get £10 off your next service when you quote Ford 10 using our new online service booking tool. Book now at ford.co.uk or visit your local participating dealer.
Recommended promotional price including parts, labour and VAT. Not available with any other offer. Terms and conditions apply.